Reports from Ghana's media recently revealed a shocking scene in the Ashanti region's Akonfran community. Early one morning, a joint operation between the Mining Development Fund and local security forces led to the arrest of several Chinese nationals, believed to be key members of illegal mining gangs operating in the area's forest reserves. In another video, 4 more Chinese nationals were seen being detained, with 2 of them handcuffed together. A Chinese commentator on social media speculated, "They must have been stealing minerals, right? Why don't they have their Chinese 5-star flag hanging up in their houses? Why not show their passports?" In another video, those detained were seen being forced to squat on the ground, stripped of dignity. The uploader of the video clarified that most of the arrested individuals were from Guangxi, and they were simply sharing the footage without offering an opinion, hoping to see if anyone recognized their relatives in the video. Other commenters expressed frustration, noting that while the video was circulating widely online, domestic media had ignored it. One commenter feared that his family members could be sentenced to prison without their knowledge and urged others to ask the government to help these individuals, hoping they would receive less harsh treatment. The footage also showed a television reporter following the operation. Official actions like these are rare in Ghana, where Chinese nationals and companies have long been considered influential. Ghana is Africa's largest gold producer, and its gold industry plays a crucial role in the country's economy. However, a storm is brewing in the heart of West Africa, one that many are hesitant to discuss. It's a silent disaster, hidden beneath the land and the wealth of gold, but it has already awakened the people of Ghana. Between 2018 and 2019, Ghana's immigration authorities discovered that over 680,000 Chinese nationals entered the country, many of whom were targeting one thing: illegal mining, known as galamsey. These people operate in Ghana's rich and sacred lands. This number is staggering. Not hundreds, not thousands, but over 500,000 people. Many are secretly involved in destructive gold mining operations. This isn't just random immigration. It's a well-organized, strategic effort disguised as economic opportunity, and it's quietly but dangerously spreading. A recently surfaced video shows a Chinese mining owner in Ghana clashing with local residents, acting arrogantly and causing controversy. In the video, a Chinese man wearing a baseball cap is seen pointing at a young Ghanaian man, pretending to strike him and repeatedly insulting him. After being persuaded by surrounding locals, the young man walked away from the site, but the Chinese owner didn't stop. He picked up a stone and threw it at the young man. What's even more disturbing is that after the young man had walked a long distance, the Chinese owner, still angry, ran to his tent, grabbed an assault rifle, and threatened the young man. Chinese commenters remarked, "Looking at this boss, it reminds me of the old invaders." Others said this person was used to being arrogant back home, treating lower-level employees like nothing. They should keep a low profile abroad, or else they might end up buried and nobody would find their body. In recent years, tensions between Chinese companies, Chinese nationals, and the people of Ghana have been rising. Ghanaians are beginning to realize that their forests are being destroyed, rivers poisoned, and hills blasted apart, all to allow someone far away to wear a gold necklace made from Ghana's land. This is the plunder that occurred when the people of Ghana were asleep, and this is the cost that African nations are paying for China's Belt and Road Initiative. But Ghana has woken up. In 2019, in response to visible damage and growing pressure, lawmakers stepped in. One name that stands out is the Honorary Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak, Minister of Interior. His call in Parliament resonated across the country and caught the world's attention. He reminded both African countries and the world that Ghana's laws are clear. The 2006 Minerals and Mining Act, with amendments in 2015 and 2019, states unequivocally that no foreigner has the legal right to engage in small-scale mining, not even China. This law isn't just a piece of paper, it has real enforcement power. Section 99, especially subsection 3, is clear. Any foreigner involved in illegal mining or assisting others in such activities is not just committing a crime, but also violating the country's sovereignty. The law sets a strict penalty, a minimum of 20 to 25 years in prison. There's no parole, no simple fine. It's both a fine and imprisonment, with no exceptions. The law also makes it clear that these foreigners won't simply be deported. They must serve their full sentence in Ghana's prisons before being deported. Ghana is no longer showing leniency. China's ambassador to Ghana was summoned and clearly informed that Ghana's land is not for sale. Small-scale mining is a right reserved exclusively for Ghanaian citizens, not a privilege extended to foreigners. These rights are granted only to local citizens or companies under strict regulation. Despite this, Chinese nationals continue to arrive in large numbers, bringing machinery and cash. They bribe officials to remain silent, corrupt local chiefs, and destroy the land in the process. In recent years, more than 200 Chinese citizens have been arrested and deported from Ghana. Some have been charged and sentenced to prison terms ranging from 14 to 18 years, while others were processed and sent back to China. But now, many Ghanaians are questioning whether they have done enough. They wonder if they're truly protecting the land or simply managing the ongoing destruction. Even more concerning is that this story isn't just about Ghana. It's a reflection of the entire African continent. Similar scenes are unfolding in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Nigeria, Zambia, Sierra Leone, and other countries. Wherever there are gold, cobalt, or lithium mines, there's plunder, betrayal, and of course, resistance. But the worst is yet to come. Some Chinese companies funding illegal mining operations have also caused massive environmental damage in other parts of Africa. They've turned forests into deserts and rivers into chemical waste dumps, destroying entire ecosystems. Africans are asking, what are we really getting in return? Short-term profits or more painful job opportunities that only bring suffering? Ghana's recent actions have shown that the country is no longer tolerating Chinese companies and nationals. The government is now launching a full-scale counteroffensive. According to the Ghana Gold Commission Act, which took place in April 2025, the Ghana Gold Commission is now the sole buyer, seller, inspector, and exporter of all gold produced in the country's licensed artisanal and small-scale mining sector. Foreigners must exit the local gold trading market. Starting May 1st, anyone purchasing or trading gold in the country without a permit will be committing a crime. Following the recent introduction of a new law, a special task force from the Ghana Gold Board, also known as Gold BOD, arrested 10 Chinese nationals during a large-scale operation in the western area of Asankragwa. The suspects are believed to be involved in illegal gold trading and smuggling activities. The operation was carried out in collaboration with the National Security Secretariat. This is part of the Gold BOD's ongoing crackdown on illegal gold trading, which has posed a serious threat to the country's economic stability. The suspects were apprehended at a private residence, which they had turned into an illegal gold trading base. Authorities seized 1.3 kilograms of gold, over 1.3 million Ghanaian cedis, which is about $120,000 in cash, several casino cards suspected of being linked to money laundering, 12 handguns, and several boxes of ammunition. On July 2nd, Sammy Gyamfi, acting CEO of the Ghana Gold BOD, addressed the media, calling the criminals enemies of the nation and highlighting how their actions have undermined Ghana's foreign exchange reserves and economic growth. He declared, "These people care nothing about our country and our economy. They're hell-bent on sabotaging our laws by smuggling gold and laundering the proceeds, but we are determined to stop them." Gyamfi also revealed that intelligence indicated the suspects were using private homes and hotels to avoid detection while carrying out their activities. He noted that while there is a grace period for foreigners to leave the country, some of the suspects had continued their illegal operations by changing their tactics and disregarding the law. The operation also uncovered a significant amount of evidence, including gold purchase receipts written in Chinese, which further confirmed the suspects' long-term involvement in illegal gold trading. Gyamfi emphasized that foreigners can no longer buy gold in Ghana. That is the law, and any foreigner found engaging in such acts will not be deported. They will be prosecuted and jailed. He also pointed out that since the Gold BOD began its enforcement efforts, 17 cases have been successfully resolved, with over 12 kilograms of gold and 24 million Ghanaian cedis in cash seized. Gyamfi assured the public that all confiscated gold and cash are being securely stored by the National Security Department and will be used to fund development projects in mining communities, including water supply systems, schools, and healthcare facilities. He concluded, "The era of impunity is over. No one is above the law. Not even a gram of gold or 1 Ghanaian cedi will be released, not under my watch." These are the 10 Chinese suspects named. Many Ghanaians have said that this is not a matter of anti-foreign sentiment, but rather an effort to protect what rightfully belongs to them. Some commenters noted that Chinese nationals overseas have been severely impacted by the Chinese Communist Party, with the Belt and Road Initiative often leading to corruption and debt, leaving local populations with little more than dissatisfaction and resentment. The video shows that as of early August, robberies targeting Chinese-owned businesses in Angola are still ongoing. In one incident, a Chinese supermarket owner, threatened by a group of locals armed with sticks, reluctantly entered his store and stopped resisting. In the next scene, a group of locals is seen parading through the streets with stolen goods, some of them filming the moment with their phones. All of them appear to be smiling, showing clear expressions of victory. Earlier this year, during election-related conflicts in Mozambique, Chinese-owned stores were looted, with armored vehicles even involved, turning these businesses into easy targets. In South Africa, crimes targeting Chinese nationals have become more widespread. There have been multiple reports recently of kidnappings involving Chinese women, drawing significant attention from the public. On July 5th, the Chinese embassy in South Africa issued a statement confirming several kidnapping incidents in the Gauteng and Eastern Cape provinces. The embassy advised Chinese nationals, particularly women, to avoid going out alone. The embassy also noted that since June, there have been several kidnappings of Chinese women across various regions in South Africa. Criminal groups often operate during weekends or late hours when security is less strict, targeting victims during their commutes or after shops have closed. According to local police, most of the criminals are part of organized gangs that monitor their victims for long periods, familiarizing themselves with their routines before carrying out the attacks. These incidents highlight the growing security concerns in South Africa. Police statistics show that in the first half of 2023, the country reported over 8,000 kidnappings, with an average of 50 cases per week. At least 10% of these cases involved foreign nationals. Johannesburg and Gauteng and the Eastern Cape are the primary hotspots for these crimes. Reports from South China Morning Post and The Guardian reveal that the Chinese community in Gauteng and Eastern Cape has grown rapidly, with many Chinese women involved in business activities, such as running clothing stores, beauty salons, and supermarkets. These businesses have become high-value targets for kidnappers. Most of these cases appear to be carefully planned, not random acts of violence. On August 1st, news from Mali reported that the Support for Islam and Muslims (JNIM) terror group attacked a Mali armed forces checkpoint in the Ségou region's Dougabougou, claiming control of the military outpost. At the same time, the group also attacked the Nsukala sugar factory in the area, setting it on fire and destroying the local police station. NJIM later claimed responsibility for the attack, saying their targets were both Dougabougou military position and the nearby economic infrastructure. The Nsukala Sugar Factory, a joint venture between the Malian government and a Chinese company, is the result of a long-term partnership between the two countries. The Chinese side holds a 60% stake, while Mali owns 40%. JNIM stated that they seized 8 pickup trucks, several weapons, and ammunition during the August 1st attack in Dougabougou. Reports also indicate that at least 10 Chinese nationals were kidnapped during the series of attacks in the region. In recent months, Mali has seen several terror attacks attacking Chinese businesses and nationals. On July 23rd, a Chinese-owned mining site in the Sikasso region was attacked by JNIM, resulting in the kidnapping of 5 Chinese citizens, while several facilities were set on fire. On July 1st, a cement plant in the Kayes region in western Mali was also attacked by JNIM, leading to the kidnapping of 1 Chinese citizen and 3 Indian nationals, and the destruction of the site and construction equipment. On June 12th, a Chinese mining site in the Korikoro region was attacked, causing significant material losses. Some commenters have pointed out that Africa has endured centuries of exploitation by colonizers, multinational corporations, and illegal plunderers. Now, a new wave of foreign exploiters who disregard local laws and harm African people has emerged. Many Africans feel they can no longer tolerate this. However, the anger from Africa has also extended to legitimate Chinese businesses. They're now facing a serious issue. Now that the Chinese government has angered the local population, it has been unable to protect Chinese nationals in those areas. This has made life increasingly difficult for Chinese people living overseas. The Chinese Communist Party has spread disaster across the world, but the Chinese people remain the most affected.